Have you ever wondered if your story even matters? Like maybe it's not big enough or polished enough or even spiritual enough to really impact anyone? I've definitely had those thoughts. Even now, as someone who shares my walk with God online, I still sometimes wrestle with that question. Is what I'm actually doing making a difference? Hey, I'm Melissa, and I just want to talk honestly today about why I share my story and why your story matters too. This isn't a teaching or like a sermon or anything like that. It's more of just a reflection. And I'm believing the Lord is in the middle of it. Lately, I've been sitting with something the Lord showed me that really shifted the way I see all of this. I was journaling and just trying to process some things with Him. And I really heard Him clearly tell me, Melissa, every time you share what I've done in your life, you're not just encouraging people. You're actually releasing the spirit of prophecy. And right away, I remembered Revelations 19:10. It says, the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. I used to read that verse and not really understand like what it meant. But here's how I see it now. When I testify, when I talk about what Jesus has done in my life, I'm not just telling a story, I'm actually declaring what's possible for someone else. Because what He did for me, He can do for you. And He can do it again. And that's when I realized this channel isn't just about me sharing encouragement or checking off like some sort of like creative box. It's actually a way to get to release what God has done in my life, moment by moment, season by season. It's not about one big testimony or some perfectly wrapped up story. It's about showing people what walking with God has looked like for me through the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And maybe, just maybe, that helps someone else believe again. I love in Psalms 107:2, it says, let the redeemed of the Lord tell their story. And I love that because it doesn't say, let the perfect or let the polished. It says redeemed. And if you've been redeemed, you have a story worth telling, even if it's still unfolding, even if it's messy, even if you're still waiting for certain prayers to be answered. I don't share because I have it all figured out. Like, I'm the farthest away from that. I share because I've learned that every time I literally open my mouth about what Jesus has done for me, even in the small ways, it stirs up hope, not only for me, but for other people too. And sometimes we just need one real story to hold on to, one moment of honesty, one reminder that God is still moving. Your story could be that very thing someone else needs to hear, to believe that He's not done with theirs either. Actually, I want to share something that really surprised me recently. There was this woman at my church that I serve with, and I was talking with her about my husband and I, and some of the things we've been through. I wasn't sharing to like impress her or pretend anything. Honestly, I don't have it all figured out. We're still in the middle of the mess most of the time. But after I shared, she told me that seeing us still together, still united, still like actually fighting for our marriage, even through the hard stuff, has been such an encouragement for her in her own marriage. And that really caught me off guard because I thought maybe my honesty was just for me, a way to get things out for me to process things. But actually, it was in my brokenness and realness that God used my story to encourage someone else. So here's my encouragement for you. Don't hold back your testimony or what God has done in your life. Don't wait for it to be all tidy and impressive and complete. If God has brought you through anything, or if He's been walking with you through something right now, that's your testimony, and it's worth sharing. I just want to thank you for being on this journey with me. This may look really small right now, but I really believe God is building something beautiful through all of us who are willing to share what He's done. If this video encouraged you, or if you feel like sharing your own story, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Let's keep building this legacy together, one testimony at a time. See you in the next video.